The Bettencourt family is one of the wealthiest families in the world, with a net worth estimated to exceed $100 billion. At the center of this dynasty is the remarkable story of Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, the only daughter of Lilliane Bettencourt, the heiress to the L'Oreal Cosmetics fortune. Francoise has spent her life in the public eye and is one of the most influential women in the world and became the wealthiest woman in the world. Her story is a fascinating journey of success, struggle, and betrayal. It is a story of family rivalries, legal battles, and the power of a single woman's determination to protect her legacy. The legacy of Francoise Bettencourt Meyers is one of the most tremendous strength and resilience, and it is a story that will continue to fascinate and inspire for generations to come. Lilliane was born in 1922, the daughter of Eugene Schueller, the founder of L'Oreal Cosmetics Company. From a very young age, she was groomed to take over the family business. Her childhood was a lonely and sheltered one, which she tried to escape through reading and a love of animals. Her father did not believe in attending school, and Lilliane was largely self-taught. Her life was rocked at the age of 27 when she was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. At that time, there was no cure for the disease, and it progressed quickly. Lilliane was married twice, first to André Bettencourt and then to André Menesquen. From her first marriage, she had a daughter, Francoise. She had one son, Jean-Pierre, from her second marriage. Her first husband died in a car accident, and her second husband passed away in 1991. Francoise was born in 1950, the daughter of Lilliane and André Bettencourt. Her childhood was a sheltered one, as she was educated at home by a series of nannies. She had a happy and a carefree childhood, but she was aware of the constant specter of her grandfather. She was terrified of him and spent as much time as possible avoiding him. When she was 15, she was sent to an exclusive Swiss boarding school. She spent the first several years of her life speaking French, but when she attended the boarding school, she was forced to switch to English. Her classmates were mostly the children of diplomats, and they remained her close friends throughout her life. At the end of her schooling, Francoise returned to Paris and took up residence with her mother. She was in constant competition with her half-brother for their mother's attention, and for the rest of her life she would resent him for this. From an early age, she showed an interest in the sciences and was a gifted student. She was also fascinated by the natural world, and she spent most of her free time exploring Paris and the surrounding countryside. After finishing her schooling, Francoise was sent to work at the L'Oreal labs. She quickly became bored with her work, and she began to search for a job that allowed her to use her skills and knowledge in a more engaging way. She eventually ended up at the offices of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, where she was tasked with organizing the library and putting together exhibitions. This was a job she loved, and she spent the next 5 years working there. While working at the IUCN, Francoise befriended a number of other important figures in the conservation world. Among her closest friends were Jacques Cousteau, the famous explorer, and his wife, who would have a significant role in Francoise's life. At the age of 25, Francoise was sent to the United States to attend a meeting of the World Wildlife Fund. She met many important figures, including Prince Charles and influential World Bank officials. She ended up staying in the United States, where she worked for the World Wildlife Fund and Harvard University. It was while she was in the United States that Francoise met her future husband, Tim Meyers. Although they were initially just friends, they soon became romantically involved and were married a few years later. At the age of 39, Francoise discovered that her father was not her biological parent. Her mother had been having an affair with French politician Francoise de Grosvenor, who was responsible for introducing André to the family and helping him to climb the political ladder. De Grosvenor was a friend of the family and had been working in secret to secure his place in the family. Francoise was stunned by the news, and she immediately began to prepare for confrontation with her mother. She knew that she would have to do this quietly and without causing her mother too much distress. Liliane and André were a powerful couple, and they had managed to keep their affair a secret from their friends and family. André was a political figure, and he knew that the news of an illegitimate child would damage both his own and the family business. Despite the betrayal of her biological father and the death of her grandfather, Francoise managed to stay strong and successfully defend her place in the Bettencourt family. She has been instrumental in growing her family's business and expanding their charity work. She has also managed to weather a series of personal tragedies. She has had to deal with the death of both her parents, the legal battle with her biological father and his death, the death of her husband, and a very public family feud with her mother. Despite all this, Francoise has stayed strong and is still an influential and powerful woman in the world. Her story is one of courage and resilience, and it is a perfect example of what a single woman can achieve in her lifetime. The story of the Francoise Bettencourt Meyers is fascinating and inspiring, but it is also tragic. She has had to deal with almost inconceivable amounts of loss and betrayal in her lifetime, and yet she has stayed strong and managed to control her emotions and come out victorious. Her story is one of the perfect examples of what a single woman can achieve in her lifetime. Her legal battle with her biological father was the catalyst that brought her mother and her biological father back together again. Even though she is better known as the heiress of the world's largest economic company, Bettencourt Meyers also has an active academic career and a prominent author. As of now, she is one of the richest people across the globe and is ranked at the top of the Forbes magazine list of the world's wealthiest female billionaires. And that's a wrap for today. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the channel to see our latest content. Until next time, see you then.
The blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna